Hello, my beautiful and radiant and light being friends, and thank you so much for the first thing you ask is is that your name on your shirt? It is. I just released my website. I don't even sell apparel on it. This is just for fun. But now clients can go and book through that. You can get a past life reading, a soul origin reading, general reading, soul message reading, message from higher self, whatever you want, we have on there, and you can book right through there. So I'm so excited. I have been working on this website for a hot minute, and my friend is my designer for my logos and stuff, and I needed to put on everything to celebrate. So just getting that out of the way. Very excited about it. Today I wanted to talk about, I've always wanted to do one of these. What is in my bag as a psychic medium? So I do a lot of my readings, my channel sessions, most times in nature, out of my house. So I am ready for a reading on the go pretty much whenever. And I wanted to talk about what that meant and kind of what I have going on in here, because there's a lot going on. So let's get into it. First things first, I have this that I always travel with. I don't always have this big bag. This is in my bag at all times for like on the go readings, if the spirit's trying to talk to me, and I need a little help getting the message. Most of the time I can just get it, but sometimes you need a little help. So this is my little travel case that I have with me at all times. Shout out to my friend Anna, who got me this beautiful thing for tarot cards, and I made it into a little travel situation. So first things first, we have my favorite oracle deck. I find that this genuinely, it just really speaks to me. I actually found it at a crystal shop, and it was used, and I kind of loved that. I felt it had really good energy. It was calling to me, and I like to think that the person who had it before me has some kind of little thing that I needed, I guess. So it's really beautiful. It's supposed to be like a tarot deck, like accompanying oracle deck, because they work really well together. However, a lot of times, especially if I'm doing my past life readings, I don't use cards. It is always just kind of a channel thing. They kind of show me, tell me, I feel what this person went through, but every once in a while I like to pull one of these to see what we are healing from that life. Also, there's a little spider friend here. I love that. It's a little good omen. So pretty much they have just some really beautiful messages that go along with it, and I find that if I am not understanding something or I need just a little like affirmation of what it is I'm seeing, these help really well. So they are some of my favorite. Spider friend needed some space. He was a little freaked out by my camera being there, so we moved for him because we love spiders in this house. Okay, next thing is next. I have this little notebook that I've had forever, but it genuinely is amazing for traveling, for just having it on you. I like to okay, so I'm very tactical, and especially when I'm channeling, I don't like to use a lot of like typing on my phone or anything like that. I really like to have like a tactical book to write. Maybe that just might be a quirk of mine, but pretty much if I'm on the go, if I connect to a client's energy, I always try and connect hours before the reading. If not, sometimes if I have the luxury, a day before the reading, and messages will come through pretty much that whole time. So I like to have this on me, so if I'm not in the comfort of my studio, my channel session, someplace that I can sit down with all of my notebook, my big notebook, and do that, I do it in this little book and then translate it to the big notebook for the full readings. And yeah, I love it. Sometimes I even write messages for myself, you know, just whatever I need. Okay, the next thing is a business card. I always have a business card on me. My friend also made that for me. I am obsessed with her branding, with how she brought Cairo to life. For those of you who don't know, I named my business Cairo Moon because I have a spirit guide of a cat named Cairo, and he has guided me throughout lifetimes. And it just kind of flowed one day, and it was just kind of what was meant to be. So I always have one of these with me. I always have multiple, but one in my emergency travel bag. Okay, so the next thing, and I don't use these often, but I really like them. So they are another little kind of oracle deck, but they have very like specific things written on them. Let's find one. Like child. These are actually very like old divination oracle deck. Fortune, death. And I find they also really complement a reading really well. again, it's just kind of affirming what I've seen in the reading, and sometimes I just really like having them around. I also just kind of connect to these, so I really like them. We have a selenite. So I have these pretty much in every room of my house, and I find that putting them in my little book, we'll do a little cleansing when I'm talking about it, when I have them in my bag with all of my oracle decks, tarot decks, crystals, things like that, it does a nice little cleanse throughout the day. So if you're looking for a little cleansing today, take a deep breath. We'll cleanse that aura. Beautiful. So that's why I keep that in there. Now the next thing, I've talked about this in like my things before. I am a very big fan of the pendulum. It was one of the first divination tools that I really got into, that I was given by a psychic to say, start here. And I was horrified of all of it, but I really enjoyed using it. I think it really complements a reading well. If you want to have a like one-on-one relationship with your guides, this is incredibly helpful. If you want to do it for a reading as well, it also helps. This was the first tool, again, that I was handed, and psychics for years told me that it was time to open this up and stop doubting myself, and that like I struggled with mental health, that would get better if I opened up these gifts and accepted that I wasn't crazy. And yep, and I was horrified of it, and when I first held it, it started spinning like crazy and my hand was not moving, and that was the first time I was like, this stuff is really real and I am overwhelmed. But I always carry it with me. I just also find comfort in pendulums, even if I don't use them a crazy amount in my practice anymore. So what else do we have in here? Let's get I got in my Goddess Provisions box. It's like a subscription box that you get monthly. And I am obsessed because they are divination dice. I was actually watching a video of somebody was like, it was like an ASMR video, and somebody was using their like D&D dice in a thing, and I was thinking like, I wish I was into that because the dice are so beautiful. And I shit you not, a day later I get my Goddess Provisions box for the month, forget it's coming, and there is divination dice that look just like the dice that I was admiring the night before. Love when the universe does that. But anyway, so pretty much they each have a different like symbol on them that equates to a message. There's two sets. There's two sets, and one of them is like very astrological, that leads to a message about what it is that you're getting. And I just think they're really pretty. I like to roll them just because they're beautiful. Again, it could be in a reading if I need a deeper answer to something, or just because they're freaking pretty and I like to play with them. So those are my dice. Everything in my tiny little travel case, and now let's get into the big boy. So this is kind of something I always have on me. I have my ear pods because when I channel, I just like to listen to frequency music and go with that. I just find it really helps like tune out the world, things like that. It was made by a friend years ago, and it's just a clear quartz. It's one of my favorites. Do a little cleansing with that. And yeah, it actually was just in this bag when I went to go use it. And I thought that was a good omen, and I'm not gonna take it out. So we have that. Nextly, a pen. It's got little crystals in it, big fan. I use this for channel sessions. It's pretty much the only pen I've been using, and I really enjoy it. Also, purple just kind of became one of the colors of my business, which I thought was really interesting. So next thing, this is a big one, my channel book. I have gone through, I think I made a video about it, I have gone through so freaking many of these, and pretty much it is just where I write people's past lives. These are all clients. Yeah, I go through so many of these. This is the one I'm currently in, and it's pretty big. I just started it like a couple weeks ago. So I'll have this one for a minute, but when I'm using these, they are on me at all times. And I only use them for clients. I don't use them for myself. I have a separate one for my own information and channel sessions for myself and things like that, but this is like crucial. We then have a date book. I am very old school now with my website. It'll kind of be more virtual, but I will still find myself writing clients in here. I also like this one because it's Witch's Date Book, so it goes into all of the Wiccan holidays, pagan and Wiccan, like full moons, things like that. I am a big fan I carry this with me at all times too. I will probably still write my clients in here because I like to, like I said, I'm very tactical, and I like to kind of like see it, write it. I find that that like helps me, and it's very satisfying. Reusable straw, because, and hear me out, I go to coffee shops quite often. Where is it? And channel, they're my favorite things, situations, and like places to channel in, if I have to be in a physical place. And I always use reusable straws. I use reusable cups often, but a couple coffee shops aren't liking that recently, so the least I could do is do a straw. Next we have, okay, I have a couple decks in here that I really enjoy using for general readings, and some stray corridors. That's pretty much all that's left. So this is a deck that I also, this is not a sponsored video by Goddess Provisions, but this is one that I've also used from Goddess Provisions, and it's just a little oracle deck, and it's beautiful. I'll show you. It has this silver plated beautifulness, and it's really beautiful, and it is just, it has a little bit of everything in it. It has goddesses, it has plants. If y'all didn't know, I'm studying to be an herbalist as well, so plants are big for me. Crystals, it has animals, it has like a little bit of everything, and I am such a big fan. It has like horoscopes, sorry, star signs, things like that. Astrology, I should say, which is the thing I know least about. I know there's some like astrology psychics, astrology witches. That is something I do not know of, but I'm incredibly interested. And again, they are so that they all mean different things, but I think I prefer to read them intuitively. I know what a few of them mean, but these I like to just kind of like pull something, and it always helps me if I'm not fully understanding something to be like, okay, that's what they mean. And it'll just be a symbol that speaks to what I'm kind of looking for. It's specifically in a general reading as well. The last oracle deck that I really love, and I bought these on a whim, and a lot of my friends that are also readers and psychics don't understand this deck or like it, but for some reason I just loved it, and it's called the Literary Witches Oracle. I also feel like something about this just speaks to a reading, and I also think they're just really cool. I bought it one day when I was taking myself on a little day date, going to my herbal shop, like coffee shop. This was in a bookstore, and I was obsessed, but it has like symbols and things. And these I find give me a lot of like images, visions, whatever you want to call them when I'm doing a reading. They also have like the actual literary idols on them, and they all mean something different. Sappho, big fan, big fan. So yeah, I really enjoy those, and this is pretty much, it's ironic, I have a little actually travel tarot deck. Again, I don't use cards often in my readings anymore, general sometimes, but I have these on me at all times. This is something that throughout the day, if a friend texts me about something and I need to affirm something, ask spirit, or I just feel like doing a card reading for myself or my friends, I have these on me, and I love them. I love the theme. I think they're beautiful. I just need a tarot deck on me at all times, whether I use it or not. Yeah, so that is pretty much everything in my bag. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure that'll change. This has just been what I've had in my bag this month. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and don't forget to check out CairoMoon.net. Thank you so much. Love y'all.